Classified builds are secret builds made just for Tux's Players Club, true and hardcore Bandido member levels. You can get access today just by hitting the join button below. Division 2. You only have so many loadout slots in your inventory. This build should occupy one of them. Remember the balls out GameOver hybrid skill build I brought you to get out of cover in solo legendary? This is like that, but I took the best gear pieces in the game for survivability and hacked them into a 6 skill tier hybrid skill build that delivers over 6% armor regen every single second. This gives you mountains of confidence to push on the enemy, and you're glad to take damage because your armor is limitless. If they break it, you will just keep coming at them. What sets this one apart from GameOver is that since we're not using gear set pieces, we've gained slots, and I dedicated most of those to juice the primary weapon. Your skills have a few more added perks too. Hit the like right now and comment Limitless down below. I'm going to run through the build pieces quickly, then discuss why they work so well together after. I'm using the capacitor exotic AR to give the skills 60% more damage. This gun also gets more power back from the skill tiers and it shreds hard. For the backpack, I'm running the Memento with a crit mod. For hybrids, this is the best in slot. The 30% skill efficiency when you're at full stacks does wonders for your skills. You also get 30% weapon damage and 3% armor regen. Since we get out of cover, we use every ounce of those short-term buffs too. Hey, if you're looking to play the Division 2 in new and exciting ways, this is the right channel. Join my Discord for more action and consider becoming a member of Tux's Players Club. It's only $1. Don't miss out. Hit the join button below to get started. Also, if you dig what I'm putting down, I'd appreciate a like, comment, and a subscribe. This helps me help you, and I have lots more where this came from. I am using the named Murakami Emperor's Guard knee pads for another 1% armor regen. I have crit chance and a skill tier. You can also run skill damage here. The mask is Bellstone for 1% armor regen. We're now at 5% total armor regen. I hacked a skill tier on this, and we have a crit chance and a skill damage attribute. You can also have crit damage on here as well. Also armor regen. The gloves are Gruppo with max crits, and I rolled a skill tier. If you want more to your skills, go with Wyvern. But your skills are strong, so this brings your weapon in balance. The holster is Golan gear, and I have armor, skill damage, and crits. The chest piece is our second piece of Golan for the 1% armor regen. We're now at 6% armor regen. I rolled a skill tier and I have more armor regen, crit damage, and the crit mod. I could probably live without the regen here on my chest and would prefer more crits instead, or skill damage. I'm running glass cannon on the chest talent to boost the weapon and the skills. You can also go kinetic momentum if you want. Your recovery is so fast though, the glass part of glass cannon is less of an issue. Remember, the skill stats on paper are lower than actual because all of the damage bonuses that happen are during gameplay. And here are the build stats. Remember, we have glass cannon and get 30% more weapon damage from the Memento trophies. The armor regen on paper doesn't show the 3% from the Memento. The start of District Union Arena Legendary Stronghold is where most builds go to die. I go there to test the limits of the builds I make before I recommend them to you. The 3 tanks you face off with right away are a DPS check. If you don't put out enough damage, they will outflank and destroy you in seconds. The rest is about speed. Speed to kill, speed to recover. Can the build give me the DPS to eliminate the NPCs and get to the next spawn point before the helicopter arrives? If not, the drone operators will have their way with me. Getting there in time is not an easy task, so a build that gives me the confidence to take a licking and keep on ticking saves me a ton of time. If I have to hide behind cover too much, I won't make it. If the DPS is there, I will kill all the targets as they arrive. Then it comes down to the power and stamina to eliminate the chungas as fast as I can. If we can do all of that, then anything is possible with this build. For me, it's not about completing the above, it's about doing it as fast as ever. You have to know that this doesn't all happen magically on the first try. To get that time, it often takes me a bunch of tries. To solo legendary, it's more than just the build. Strategy is just as important. You have to know your target priorities, spawn points, and time your skills appropriately. That detail is important. The last thing you want is your skill on cooldown when the next wave is coming at you. You have to fail a lot before you can figure that all out. From there, it's about having the moves and great situational awareness. If you didn't know, classified builds are secret builds made just for Tux's Players Club, true and hardcore Bandido member levels. If you want to tap into these, you can get access today by hitting the join button below. I know most of you don't solo legendary, and I don't blame you. It takes a lot of dedication and patience. Know if this works solo in legendary, it will work in group play at whatever difficulty level you please. The only thing that might change is how fast you will fill your memento stacks. I had a lot of fun running this on heroic. When your armor breaks, you only need a quick sec to get back in the fight. So I made sure to spend as much time out of cover as possible. As long as you're moving, you're good. So get out of cover and snatch those trophy power-ups. The Murakami knee pads plus the memento buffs means your skills will most likely run the entire course of a control point attack. But don't forget to bring your turret along with you as you're running around like a madman. Displacing often keeps your turret's skill haste low. This build gives you a fast enough time to kill for you to move to the next engagement instead of waiting for it to come to you. Plus, it's more fun this way. I love to try to get them at the spawn. If your skills do go down, no worries. You have the power from your primary weapon as a standalone to hold down the fort. You do use your weapon a lot, so watch your ammo during these mega battles. Being on the move helps you collect ammo drops though, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If you're familiar with the GameOver build, you might be asking why this one is better. If you're not familiar with GameOver, then stop what you're doing and try it right now. GameOver has 5% armor regen on the build plus makeshift repairs, which is like armor regen, but it is based off the damage you take and not your armor. It also has 39% protection from elites, and together, those things make you a survivor. It has 6 skill tiers, the capacitor, and your skills rock. Limitless is giving you 6% armor regen, which is less than the makeshift repairs combo, but since we're not running Foundry, we have all those extra slots to roll into damage to the weapon, and time to kill is survivability too. Whether you're running Limitless or GameOver, if you just stand there, you will die. It doesn't matter. But what both offer is confidence. With these, you should be welcoming the damage as part of your kill strategy. Once you learn the limits of the build, kill time, and armor break time, you should use these to your advantage and play to the extremes of the build. If you don't run around like El Pollo Loco, this build also works great for playing from cover because it allows you to shoot longer while taking on damage. And if you get flanked, you have the confidence to put them in check. I'm having a blast with this build. I like the balance of survivability and power. That's no secret. It's not the perfect blend, it's not GameOver. It's a little bit of both. It's Limitless. I found a way to have 1 million armor and 6 red cores for 1 million in damage. With this setup, you can have all your armor and your damage too. Try this Chameleon Assault Rifle next. Tuxedo out.